So let's talk about that topic. How much was Trump related to Epstein? Because so many people get this wrong. So many people have gotten this wrong. And there's this amazing, let's say, thread here by, you mentioned this, a man of memes, Ricky Doggin. And I'm going to read this. So if you have family and friends who still are saying, oh, Trump all this with Epstein, he was friends with Epstein, we're going to see this. And we're also going to see Rudy Giuliani's recollection of how Trump kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago a long time ago. But let's begin here. Yes, Trump knew Epstein. He admitted it himself. The photos of them together are from before 2003. Remember that Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for his first conviction all the way back to 2006. So this was three years before that. In 2004, Trump not only barred Epstein from Mar-a-Lago estate, he also placed a bid on property and won in Palm Beach that Epstein was looking to purchase. So this continues. Again, this was from a man of memes on X. In 2005, Trump revealed Epstein's secrets to PBS CO investigation. In 2006, two of Epstein's victims confirmed they knew Trump had barred Epstein from his estate in Mar-a-Lago. Again, all this can be publicly verifiable. If you don't want to verify it, well, that's on you. In 2009, Bradley Edwards, the prosecutor on the Epstein case, made a public statement that Trump was the only individual who helped in the prosecutions against Epstein. Also, per victim testimonies on the newly released Epstein-Maxwell documents revealed that Trump was not seen on Epstein's island or anywhere with Epstein. I covered that video as well. Also, the newly released documents show that the FBI withheld victim evidence in 2009 and in 2014. Who was the president in 2009 and 2014? I'm going to ask you, it's very easy. Obama. Who was the FBI director in 2009? Mueller. Who was the FBI director in 2014? Comey. Who led the Russia collusion hoax against Trump? Mueller and Comey. Who was Mueller's key witness during the Russian collusion? George Nadler. Who was recently sentenced to 10 years in prison for PDF file activities, dozens of images and footage of children being sexually abused? George Nadler. How about that? Who was the Secretary of State under Obama? Clinton. Who did Epstein's victims list on the Pedo Island? Clinton. Who funded the Russian dossier? Clinton. Who fired Comey in 2017? Trump. Who praised Weinstein for being a great human being in 2013? Barack Obama. Who was Obama's VP? Biden. Who is running for president against Trump? Biden. Who received campaign donations from Epstein's law firm? Kamala. This is amazing. And who was Biden's VP? Of course, we know, the unforgettable Kamala. Kamala, we miss you. Please run again. We want you to run again, Kamala. Go ahead. Research and educate yourself, because if you vote for Biden, the victims of Epstein will never see justice for what they have endured. Yeah, there was exquisite. That was an exquisite share by this dude. But again, we have Rudy Giuliani with his recollections of what happened in Mar-a-Lago back in the day. Rudy Giuliani tells the behind-the-scenes story of how Donald Trump threw Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago. So you are, understanding how this works. The story of how he threw him out is even tougher than how he remembers it. He calls up Epstein. He leaves a message. Let's watch this. Make sure that the sound is everything set up correctly, and we can start. We're here. Oh, it doesn't go around.
I can tell you beyond any doubt that there is no connection between Donald Trump and the criminal part of Jeffrey Epstein. In fact, there's very little connection except when they were very young. And the story of how he threw him out is actually even tougher than he remembers it. I mean, he basically did it. Two of the women from the massage place at Mar-a-Lago came to him. Now, this is way back in 06, 07. And one of them was afraid to come to him because Epstein had been bothering her. So she went to the person in charge, and the person in charge said, well, you have no idea what Mr. Trump is like. And the lady was frightened. And they go up, and she tells him, Mr. Epstein is being inappropriate with me. He said, what? And he looks at the older woman. He says, is it really bad? And she said, yeah, it's really bad. It's not sex, but it's really bad, touching and stuff. He said, okay, let me show you what I'm going to do. Calls up Epstein, doesn't get him on the phone. He leaves a message. He said, this is Donald Trump. And probably calls him by his last name. Epstein, come by the golf course later today. All your stuff is there. And don't you ever show your face at the golf course of Mar-a-Lago again. Boom, hangs up. Then he calls up his director of security, puts him on the phone and says, this guy's out. Collect all his stuff. I don't think we have any lockers at Mar-a-Lago. If he does, get rid of everything he's got. But go over to the golf course. He has a locker there. Take everything, put it in it, make it nice so he can't complain. Give him everything. If there's any doubt, give it to him. Then put his picture up and don't let him in ever again. Ever. That's the last time he really ever thought about Epstein until this came up.
Yeah, it was a nice recollection, and that is important to understand, again, the circumstances and the records of all this. So your family and friends that maybe could be on the fence, if somebody has Trump derangement syndrome, they're going to say that all this is a fabrication, that all reality, the universe, that we are in a simulation, and in all the simulation, there's only one thing that is for certain, that Trump is a bad dude. You can't do anything about that. But some people are still reasonable, and some people still can listen to, the facts. Maybe this can work with them, so make sure to share this with them. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Power Pundit. Much love